Hello, everybody. Can you hear me? I gotta change that intro. I don't really like it anymore. Can you all hear me? There's always a delay, so I'm just gonna keep talking until I get an answer. How's everybody doing? Hey, how is everybody? Oh, so you can hear me? Okay, good. Yes. Yay. So sorry with whatever was going on with my laptop. How's everybody's day going? We got 38 people here. Haven't done a live in a little while, eh? So hello, Angela, Mary Carey. Is that what I'm seeing? Margie, how are you? Deborah, how are you? Say hello to our mods. We've got Kitty and Beverly. Hello, West End. And we have Hope Floats, another mod. So say hello to the mods, the great mods. My day, Deborah, is going well, lazier than expected. Hello on the rocks. I got to go back up in a minute. Hello, Whispering Winds. Hello to you. And hello to the mods. Canadian True Crime, welcome in. Thank you. Yeah, you know what? I wanted to get caught up with, some of the Texas Roadhouse stuff because it's something I mentioned I wanted to do a long time ago, except when new stuff comes in, we want to cover that as much as possible without getting, hello, Brandy Dandy, Diane, and let me go back up. I think I missed some people at the top. Without getting into too much of the drama, YouTuber, how are you? And I think we're caught up. If I missed anybody, I apologize. Hello, Black Skies. If I missed anybody, I apologize. Hello, Deborah. Oh, Matthew, hello, and thank you for doing the number thingy. That's awesome. There's 43 of you. Please all do the likey. It helps a lot, actually, on the rocks and in the soil. Oh my God, love the name. I'm glad y'all are doing well. Yes, Kitty, thank you for being a member for so long. It's totally amazing. Thank you, sweetie. Oh, truth for us. Do you mean you joined yesterday? So I've got some announcements, and part of that is an apology. YouTube is so bizarro in some of the ways they control things. So you cannot just change the price in a membership level. You have to delete it. You can edit it with everything else, but you can't change price. So I made the mistake of using the price that they recommended, and then found that to be too high and not really great value for everybody. And so I had to cancel it to reduce it. So you're going to get a credit according to YouTube from them because they filter all the money. And then you have to rejoin at $199 a month. I think that's what you're referencing. Hello, Kim G. Nice to see you. Welcome into our other mod, Whispering Winds. Everybody, no weeks ago. Oh, well, I didn't do it. I don't have control. I can't tell people to unsubscribe. So that's a YouTube-y thing. It happens all the time. And if you don't get notifications either, it's because if you haven't clicked the top button with the highlighted one, the bold one, you won't know when I'm going live. So you've got to check that you're always, every time you're on, you got to check that you're subscribed, or you may not get notifications. It's a YouTube thing. And that, I've said that in my videos before, that if your people aren't watching and your videos are if you're on the downward decline, like when you take a break, I lost like 200 subscribers, probably one because I was like all over the place with the channel, but some of it is legitimately, it's like your momentum slows down. And so if you don't outperform, like get that momentum back, you lose the subscribers, because you can track each video how many people unsubscribed, which wasn't happening to the same extent that I was losing subscribers. Like the numbers weren't adding up. So it's a YouTube algorithm thing, I guess, if you want to call it that. So yeah, you got to check it and resubscribe often. Sorry, that's a YouTube thing. Hello, Toll Kissing Queen. It's been a while. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Nice to see everybody back in the hood here. Back in the MMO hood. So, okay, so that's one of the announcements too. Truth for Us. There you go. Welcome in. Thank you, sweetie. Welcome back. I have to do some stuff like logistically. I want to get some music up. I want to change that intro. Just right now, I'm moving. I did find a place, not the first place. Just always testament to how things work in your favor when it doesn't even when it doesn't feel that way, because it wasn't the first place. It was a better place, right overlooking the river, just down the road from my daughter. Bigger. So I'm pretty excited. So no stairs, quite a bit cheaper for living, like a lot cheaper. So I'm not going to start the second channel. Like every time I want to start that second channel, it's like I get reminded. So I think what I'm going to do instead with the membership is right now we've got Learn Tarot, very introductory, 30 days of psychic development, intuition development. And then I'm going to add, instead, I'm going to do like a morning pull with my coffee, like your message of the day. And I'm going to throw that in the members at $199. And when we get enough members, we'll do lives. But I don't want to jump on a live and no one's there because it doesn't do anything. It's no help for you guys. Like I want to, when we get enough people that I can jump on, knowing there's enough people that there'll be somebody that benefits from asking the Q&A. We'll add that to the members. And then last before the announcements, and then we'll get into what I want to go through today is Kelly Snyder is going to join. He asked me to just send him some, like, what do I want to talk about parameters before he agreed, but I have not sent him specific questions other than to let him know that I want to talk to him and interview him here on the channel about his career, 25 plus years in law enforcement, how he came to work with a medium very early on as a detective in the criminal division, the Find Me group, why he works with forensic astrologers, psychic mediums, calligraphy experts. We have divers, dogs. I think I've mentioned psychic, like psychiatrists to help people that have been saved from rings, pedophile rings, trafficking rings. He works with all that. Like, anyway, so and we work with 350 police agencies through the United States and Canada. So I want to ask him about that, his background, and then I'm going to ask him very general questions around the Sebastian Rogers case. So if you are interested in hearing what he has to say and you have some questions that you want me to ask around Sebastian Rogers, let me know. I did make a post in the community section what you want, what you think would be great questions. And you have to be very specific, please, because I know somebody posted there, a couple of people posted, and I just want to know that, like, I don't know that I'm understanding exactly. So be really specific, please. Okay. Like, talk to me on there like I'm in kindergarten, because when I communicate, it's so weird because I'm like, as a coach and a mom, I'm like, bang on. And yet, like, when I'm channeling, I'm like totally the opposite. So I just be direct and be specific so I understand what your question is. And if not, we'll ask him during the live. I'm going to ask you this, though. Do you think, because we're going to just talk a little bit about the drama, but I really just going to touch on it tonight because I want to keep this channel light and away from all that stuff. And so I'm debating whether I should have other channels on to be a panel to ask Kelly some questions regarding Sebastian Rogers in the case. So what do you think below? If you think I should invite other channels on, can you put a yes? And if you don't, can you put a no for me? There's 670 of you in the chat. Could you let me know? Should I invite other channels up for a panel, assuming they're interested or not? I'm just looking through what I missed. Hello, Rita. Nice to see you. Nice to see you, hon. Welcome in. Text me. No, you don't think so? No worries. Nice to see you, Truth Seeker, hun. Yes, yes, no. Interesting. You could like half. No, you're on the fence. That's okay. Huh. I'm on the fence too. Should we ask the cards? Okay, let's ask the cards because it's it's a yes and a no. A yes and a no. Okay, so should we invite other channels up? And then what we're gonna do today, I pulled up, I found a video. I want to hear your stuff, no one else's. Oh, that's nice, sweetie. Okay. Well, first of all, I've asked Kelly, and so he might not be interested either. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, okay. So let's ask the cards. And no, says Anne. One reverse, one up, one reverse. That's a no. That's a no. That's a no. Y'all were right. That's a no. Okay, so no, it is. No, it is. No, it is. You know, as a coach, I would say if you aren't sure, then the answer is no. Just is. A maybe when it comes to making a decision is not a yes. So, okay, everybody, let's get into it. So tonight I'm going to show you a video that I found that another creator created when Terry Bowersox was following JLR. And I want to compare that to the vehicle in front of the Texas Roadhouse. And then we'll watch the deceptive detective. That's such a tongue twister for me. I don't know why. Of his assessment of KP's later interview. Then we'll compare that to interview 1. And then we're going to do cards, Q&A, and if we have time, prayers and some meditation. Does that sound good with everybody? Does that sound good? And, oh, I forgot to add, I am going to start adding to these lives. We're going to do 103 videos because I have the list of 102 that were done up until 2024. I don't have a list of the 2025. I didn't create the list. So it was given to me, and so I don't have the list. So the one that we're going to watch first is the 2020, one of the 2025 ones. So we'll then use that last one that was evaluated and then go to the first. And then if we want to keep going, if you guys are enjoying it and we're getting something out of it, because I'm really hoping to find new information, do cards. And from there, we'll add more. But I'm really hoping there's a break in this case before then. I'm really hoping. So anyways, I've been wanting to do this for a while. So let's get back to it. And hopefully there's no more crazy stories coming out. But before that, I wanted to add. So I'm going to do a case of the day. So I used to do like, Jay Slater and Sebastian, or and Karen Reed or Sebastian or whatever. So I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm going to do cases. Well, we'll see. I'm going to try to focus on children, but we'll see. Okay. Questions for Kelly. The membership at $199 now. Case of the day. I think I got it all. Oh yeah. So I'm not going to say who. One of you beautiful mods informed me today, unless you want to make mention of who you are in the chat there, I'll mention. Otherwise, I won't. Did you all hear that the RICO case was lost? That the RICO case against At Night and Brittany and Bullhorn and all of that they lost it, apparently, allegedly. Hello, Kelly P. Yeah, you heard it too, YouTuber. What do y'all think? Like, I have no words. I have no words. I think tonight, although she doesn't know me, I really think I watched last night and I was in bed and I really felt really like very sad for Brittany right now, and she doesn't know me. And on top of that, in the last few days, like the abuse from CP, and now when they learned that like this ruling, so maybe read tonight, if those of you that want to stick around, we can send her some good energy and some prayers, because it's just disgusting. That's all I have to say. And I'm just dumbfounded and stunned. Like I don't know what to say that they didn't win that. So anyway, it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. And these are really crazy, crazy times in the YouTube true crime community, at least with this case. Won't say that for all cases, but with this case. So anyway, okay. So let's get at it. I'm going to show you this video first. And hang on. I think I gave you the order of what we're going to do, right?
So did Terry talk about Sebastian? Did you know of Sebastian when you worked with him?
I just knew he referred to him as
that word.
I'm not going to say.
Hang on, y'all. That's the wrong frickin' video. Unless, hang on. Yeah. I swear I watched it of his car. Oh, it is. It is. It is. I'm sorry. It's the right one. So sorry. I was right the first time. I just didn't realize who it came from. God, everybody sage. Sage. Let me get some sage. I'm serious now. I'm serious. Yours truly's not kidding. Yes, exactly. That's exactly what I said earlier. They are going to double down. If we think this is bad now, that's why I just want to stay out of it. Stay out of it. Other than I really want to show this because I want to see the car in front of Texas Roadhouse. I don't know if y'all have seen this video. Okay, let's watch. Let's watch. I'm just going to put it to 1.25.
So did Terry talk about Sebastian? Did you know of Sebastian when you worked with him?
I just knew he referred to him as
that word.
I'm not going to say the word. Yeah. He used it as the R word, idiot.
Didn't rehear CP use that same word and his rant the other day. I was so disgusted. Who uses that word when you have a child that you call your son who is autistic? The fact that it even came out of his mouth is just... Anyway, that's all I'm saying. We're going to watch this video. I've said my piece, and then we're going to go, and that's it. That's all I'm saying.
What people call.
That's all.
Do you remember like a context he would use it
in? It was like whenever someone was talking about their kids, for example, if we were at in the break room and someone was talking about their kids and he was...
That's before we crossed over to the dark side, this creator.
Sitting there, he'd be like, my damn grandson, he's just I don't understand why he does some of the shit he does. He does, that word, idiot. And just go off on a tangent talking about, think he did, or, talking about soul in his pants, unbelievable stuff that, a company, coworker shouldn't know that about your grandson. You shouldn't be talking about your grandson like that anyway.
Yeah. That's awful. And
Okay, keep watching.
For Sebastian. We had an encounter the other day, going past the Proudfoot's home, and there was a strange car in the driveway that was pulling out. And then this car chased me around the neighborhood, was stalking my movements, until I actually drove up, and the car went around me, and an individual got out and started taking pictures of me and my license plate. I want to show you this encounter, and then we will further discuss. Check it out.
I'm actually slowing it down so I don't get hit with copyright. But I want you to see that front bumper. Looks that front bumper. Right there. Now, I can't take a picture because of the darn YouTube. Those things come up on the bottom of the screen. But we're going to go and compare this to the Texas Roadhouse. Watch this, though, first. Yep. Taking a picture. He came out taking a picture, didn't he? He had his camera.
Where's Sebastian, you know? Good afternoon, JLR Investigates. We're out here covering the case of missing Sebastian. Do you know where Sebastian is? Hello, sir. I know that you just came out of the Proudfoot's home. Do you know where Sebastian is? All right, so we got some car chasing me. Now I'm on a public road. So we'll see. We'll see.
Exactly. Yes, please. Thank you. Thank you, Whispering Winds. Yes, let's just. Okay. More importantly, I want to go back and compare. I want to go back and compare from that. Let's pull up the dogs video. Let me pull that up. Where is it? There it is. I don't know if we have a good enough view, like, to compare, because it's just not close enough, regrettably. But what do y'all think? Does that look like the same car right beside Katie's? Yes, please hit the like. Thank you, sweetie. Hey, Chris, there's another mod here. Thank you, everybody. Hopefully there's being. He said, well, he was a year younger. I don't know who's bashing who, but yeah, let's just keep it classy. Do you all think that's the same car? Can you tell beside KP's, or is there not enough of a view to tell? What do you think? Can't really make out the other car. Can anybody else? You can't? Kinda, I know. Can't really see. It doesn't look, yeah, you can't see it. I know. I know. I'm sorry, hon. I wasn't trying to bash. Okay, sweetie. That's okay. I don't even know what you said, so we'll just move on. Okay. Can't, I know. But it's definitely not, a purple Cadillac, It's definitely could be similar. Yeah, is that it? I hadn't heard how many they had or anything. We are classy, not sassy. I love that. Okay, so let's get into this interview. Whoops, not this one. This interview. It's a little longer. It's a little longer. So if we want or decide to switch it up, let me know.
Make sure that we're sharing out all of the information. Beach High School on Stafford Court. He was last seen wearing. If you hear the chewing sound, it's my pit bull and her deer antler, and has been missing today for 7 days. He was last seen near Beach High School on Stafford Court. He was last seen wearing a black sweatshirt and black sweatpants. Sebastian is autistic and he likes to hide under things. So TBI is asking residents who live near the search area around Beach High School along Long Hollow Pike to please check your outbuildings, your garages, your cars, and under your decks, anywhere where someone may hide and take shelter in case Sebastian used any of these as hiding places. And if you have seen or know about where Sebastian could be, please do not hesitate. Call the Sumner County Sheriff's Office at 615-451-3838, or you can reach out to TBI, which is the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation, at 1-800-TBI Find. If you see this poster or any of the beautiful missing flyers that are circulating around for Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers, please, please, please circulate that information around. You never know when somebody may see this young man out walking around. This is the area. As you can see, Sumner County is in the upper right-hand corner, so the search efforts have been extended at this point out to Robertson County, Davidson County, which is where the capital, Nashville, Tennessee, is located, and also in Wilson County, Tennessee. Here is another picture up close. The mother did tell me that she took this picture on Saturday when they were at the Costco. He looks like a brilliant young man, just full of life and energy.
Let's see. Let's see if Katie took that picture of him when they were at Costco. Why was that one not put on the flyers? Like, why was... Hey, everybody, do all the likey things, please. There's 100 of you in here. Please and thank you. Why did she, in fact... No way, she says. He looks a lot younger in that picture. Yeah. Why? Okay, let me focus. Did KP take a picture of Sebastian at Costco? Yes, she did. Was it this year? Was it that year? Was it even that year? Yes or no? Yes. Interesting. Interesting. Wouldn't have thought so. Wouldn't have thought so.
He looks very intelligent. She tells me he is a high-functioning autistic. And I did ask them several questions because I like to get out the factual information.
So she says...
I really appreciate it when the family is...
So she said in the first interview that he was high-functioning. Okay.
Very forthcoming to give us all the information that we need to know. Apparently, the family has also let me know that there is a lot of misinformation that's going around, as well as the family is actually being attacked and harassed. So I have some clips that I do want to share with you guys because I feel like it is very critical for you to hear from
Oh,
the
I guess I
family
better fix the
about what has actually
banner,
been
eh?
going on.
Since I have
Now,
a
the
spelling
TBI is
error.
asking for people in this area around Beach High School to please search their property at a minimum of 2 times a day, according to the mother, in the morning and in the evenings, especially in case he has taken shelter somewhere and may be found sleeping. They're hoping that they're going to be able to find him somewhere. This is getting more critical by the days, guy, because this is 7 days that he has been missing. And of course, they have a command center that is set up here. Please,
Come
please,
on,
please
come on,
share
come
this
on.
information out. Such a sweet young man, and his parents are very, very worried, and they're likely listening to this live stream.
Thank you, Forever Glow.
now.
Thank you.
I see Trev Times coming to chat. Thank you for being here, Trev. I think he did a live stream earlier today when I was actually speaking with Sebastian's mom on the phone, and I missed your live stream, Trev, and I'm so sorry. But I was going to send you a message to let you know that she said if you would like to reach out to her, she would be more than happy to speak with you. I think they're working closely with the father, the stepfather, and the mom. So, there's not like a situation where, we have parents that are not speaking to each other. They're working very diligently.
Gosh,
And
it's a lot
they
changed,
are
eh?
trying to find the best strategy
It's a
about
lot
going
changed.
forward, whether it be to the news or if they make a written plea. Please, if you know anything, come forward and let us know if you have seen Sebastian. And I see Chris in the chat. Thank you so much for being here, Chris. If you see Chris Proudfoot in the chat, that is Sebastian's stepfather. And we really appreciate you being here. And thank you for speaking with me today. We just want to get out the most accurate information about your son so that we can hopefully help anyone to know all of the information about Sebastian so that we can make sure that he is found safely and that he comes back home, because I know that you and his mom, miss an
Let's see
Amber
if I can
Alert
forward a
me
little.
on Facebook. Volunteer your time. If you want to come up and speak, I am more than happy to send you a link and you can come up on the live stream, or you can call me on the phone and everyone can hear you via the telephone. So you just let me know in the chat and we can certainly do that. I think it really helps people to hear exactly what the family wants the public to know, what the needs are, what you guys are going through. It really helps us in the true crime community that's sharing out the information to know exactly what's going on, because sometimes things on social media that get shared around are not always factual.
Sorry, just not laughing at you, laughing with you, but that is the biggest understatement of the century. Did she know what she was talking about at the time? Wow.
Thank you, Doodlebug.
This case is something else.
That. She says, I love that this channel is only facts driven. Much love. We try to
Thank
stick
you,
to
Chris.
the facts. Now, if I do say that something is in my opinion, I will always
Yes, thank you for everybody
my thoughts about
for being
this
here.
are
Yes, thank you, everybody.
X, and I will always tell you that it's simply my opinion. So you won't go run to another place on social media and say, well, Duchess said this was the facts. But I promise that I will make sure that I share the facts with you always. So it looks like Trevor says that he's happy to join. So let me get that StreamYard link over to him real quick, if you guys will give me just a second.
Gosh, I forgot about Trevor Lee.
And hardly everyone appreciates your assistance. She's adamant to chew this deer antler right on top of this live stream, guys. And I appreciate you bearing with me because my new puppy just... So I know a bunch of people that I can call on that will be able to help get this case out. So it looks like that we have them coming up on panel. So if you guys will please welcome Sebastian's parents to the live stream. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you joining us.
You're welcome.
We had a really good conversation today, and I appreciate you being willing to talk to me about Sebastian going missing. So I guess I will just kind of start out with, tell me what happened the day that Sebastian went missing. I know that his mom said that he was having a good day. He had a great weekend. So do you want to walk us through what that looks like again for everybody?
He did have a really good weekend, actually. When we come home from having supper that evening, he was playing.
Notice how
Then he
she
went to bed, and I told him
starts
to go to bed. He had even
Notice how she starts with the restaurant. Like,
he said, "I love you, Mama," and he said, "I love you,
I
puppies."
don't know.
A little later in the evening, I myself went to bed, and when I went to wake him up for school, he wasn't here.
Let's pause.
And
Did KP go look for him that next morning in his bed? Yes or no? No. No.
you did tell me that Sebastian is not a runner.
He's not.
It's okay. Take your time.
Sebastian does not have a history of running. I mean, the young man doesn't go outside very much. I mean, everybody in the neighborhood knows him.
Thank you. It's for
He's very
yes, close your ears and hopefully we don't get
between the hours
punished.
of 12 and 6.
Hello, Mama May or Wild
he's
Wolf.
basically vanished. Walked out of the house, the door was locked and gone.
He didn't take a phone. None of his shoes are missing.
Now, you told me that night that, now, Chris, you were at work. You were out of town at work, so
ma'am.
you were not even home.
Correct, ma'am.
And Mom, you fell asleep on the couch about 10 o'clock, but you said that Sebastian went to bed at 9 p.m. And then you got up off the couch and you went to bed, and you said that was around midnight. And nothing was unusual at that point. Everything seemed okay.
There's actually a piece of, so to make something very crystal clear, so that way there's transparency across the board. Me and the mom were on the phone at 9:43 or 9:46 in the evening. We stayed on the phone for quite some time. The call logs have been verified by all the police departments, TBI included. We stayed on the phone. It was very lengthy. Mom did slightly start falling asleep while she was on the couch. I had said, "Hey, you need to wake up, put the dogs up, go to bed." Now, mind you, that was right around midnight, just before midnight or right around midnight.
Okay. Let's go back and we're going to fact check. Well, check according to the cards here. Sorry, I got to do a better job with.
Just kind of start out.
Did slightly start falling asleep while she was on.
He was playing.
Try to extend my reach. I know a lot of search and questions, parents.
I got to do better with this
Take your
time.
Sebastian does not have a history of.
The day that Sebastian went missing, I know that his mom said that he was having a good day. He had a great weekend. So do you want to walk us through what that looks like again for everybody?
He did have a really good weekend, actually.
Okay, let's see. Did he have a really good weekend? No. No way. Wild. Thank you for that. No, I had not. I will go check it out. That's what I've been saying. Okay, I don't even remember my question now. Did Sebastian have a good weekend? Yes or no? No, I'm going to change the screen. Whoops. Whoops. No. No, he did not. Whose opinion is it that he had a good weekend?
When we come home from having supper that evening, he was playing.
Sorry to keep doing this to y'all, but was he playing? I gotta do better at figuring out which screen I'm going to next. Sorry. Was he playing when they got home after dinner? Was he playing? Whoops, that one's on the floor. Yes. Yes, he was. Can y'all see I'm trying to find a screen layout that would be better for, yes. It was playing when they got home. Okay.
When he went to bed, when I told him to go to bed, he said, "I love you, Mama," and he said, "I love you, puppies."
And he'd even, did you hear that? And he'd even said, okay, did he fall asleep right away? Because I don't think he did. Just, did he fall asleep right away? I wonder how Justin got that evidence. Thank you for sharing, Chris. I gotta go remove it now. What am I asking? Did he go to bed right away at 9 o'clock? Yes or no? Did he go to bed right away at 9 o'clock? There's the flipper. Yes. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Did he fall asleep right away? Because I don't know if he did. I don't think so, but that's a no. No. No, he did not. Did not fall asleep right away. Okay. Because I think I think I've discovered that he didn't. So when I channeled him
A little later in the
recently.
evening, I myself went to bed, and when I went to wake him up for school, he wasn't here.
And you did tell
I
me
will.
that
Well, maybe we can pull it
Sebastian
up
was
in a
not
minute.
around.
Okay. If you want, we can pull it up here.
It's okay. Take your time.
Sebastian does not have a history of running.
We can maybe pull it up if after we listen to this, we can pull it up if y'all
I
want.
mean, the young man doesn't go outside very much. I mean, everybody in the neighborhood knows him.
Because I just realized I totally forgot to do Deceptive Detective first. So we can listen to that one at the end. Man, Leanne, I even have it written down.
He is very
Jesus.
to himself, so to speak.
We'll pull it up after this.
Between the hours of 12 and 6, he is basically vanished. Walked out of the house, the door was locked and gone.
He didn't take
Locked out of the house before it was locked.
Now, you told me that night that, now, Chris, you were at work. You were out of town at work,
Yes,
so you were not even home.
Correct, ma'am.
And Mom, you fell asleep on the couch about 10 o'clock, but you said that Sebastian went to bed at 9 p.m. And then you got up off the couch and you went to bed, and you said that was around midnight. And nothing was unusual at that point. Everything seemed okay.
There's actually a piece of, so to make something very crystal clear, so that way there's transparency across the board. Me and the mom were on the phone at 9:43 or 9:46 in the evening. We stayed on the phone for quite some time. The call logs have been verified by all the police departments, TBI.
Okay. Were they on the phone because Sebastian wasn't sleeping? No. No. Were they on the phone at 9:45? Were they on the phone at 9:45? Yes or no? Yes. Were they on the phone because Sebastian wasn't sleeping? Okay, those are sloppy fallouts. Excuse me. Sloppy fallouts. So let's do it again. Why am I joking? Were they on the phone because Sebastian wasn't sleeping? Yes or no? Not to the benefit of my ego. Yes. Try that again. Were they on the phone because Sebastian wasn't sleeping? Yes or no? Not to the benefit of my ego. Okay, something flipped. There. Yes, they were. 3 yeses. Are you 3 upright? Okay. Now he says she went to bed at what, midnight? Did KP go to bed at midnight? Did KP go to bed at midnight? There's one. No, she did not. No, she did not. And look at that tower. And there's the Empress. No, she did not. And the little Knave of Pentacles. No, she did not go to Mad at Midnight. Okay, let's keep going.
Included. We stayed on the phone. It was very lengthy. Mom did slightly start falling asleep while she was on the couch. I had
Slightly
made her
start
wake
falling
up,
asleep.
dogs up, go to bed. Now, mind you, that was right around midnight, just before midnight or right around midnight.
Mhm.
So then mom does go to bed and wakes up early in the morning.
Did CP come to the house that night? Let's ask that. Did CP come to the house that night? Yes, first one out, Devil. Oh yeah, there's the card that represents Katie. Yes, 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 yes. About the Knight of Pentacles, the Devil, Katie, and the Knight of Pentacles, about the Knight of Pentacles. Yes. Okay.
To go wake her son up, get him ready for school.
Already did that one.
And now we have a worried mom who can't find her son in the house. Mom made an effort to look and search several times.
Did she? Did Mom make an effort to look and search several times? Yes or no? Not to the benefit of my ego. Did Mom make an effort to search several times? Yes or no? Not to the benefit of my ego. First one out, no. No. No, Mom did not make an effort. No, they were not. This is the card for Mr. CP that I've always talked about in this case. This is my card for him. They were not sleeping. They were not sleeping. And they were hiding some sort of plan and collaboration. That's the collaboration card.
Mom has called me at the time and asked me, she was like, I can't find him. I was like, do what? She goes, yeah, I cannot find him. I said, well, hang on. I made the phone call and reported it to the sheriff's department because that's what we're supposed to do. And within 10 minutes, the sheriffs were dispatched to the location.
Yep. I sure hope so, Jasper. We'll ask.
You had told me that there hadn't been any particular situation that had occurred where you felt like there would have been something that happened. And I also had asked you if there were any friends that Sebastian might have possibly left the house with, or if he had any contact with anyone on social media. Do you want to comment about that again?
He doesn't have a social media.
Okay.
Oh,
And
thank
the
you,
only friends
Chris.
that he had were a couple of kids in school.
Okay.
That's nice to
All
say.
the kids that have had any interaction with him have been interviewed and asked.
Okay.
We as parents know how social media can be,
Right.
and seeing how kids can be easily manipulated.
He's very young in mind.
Yes, he may be.
Right.
He's about 15, and he's 15 in age in his body, but his mind is not caught up to his body. But that is something that goes through with autistic children, as everybody would know.
Right.
Thank
but
you.
For the record, I am a very strict parent.
Thank you.
He does not have social media, not in our household. He doesn't online game. I'm pretty strict when it comes to that kind of situation.
Well, that's good. That's good, Chris, that you have control of that, because social media can
Boy, does he have control of that and a lot more.
be very dangerous for young kids, because they don't realize who they may be talking to on social media. So it's always good to have that awareness and to make sure you're monitoring, what your kids are doing. So I had asked you both.
I know,
did you
sweetie.
have
I
any
know,
idea
Chris, I agree.
what would make Sebastian want to suddenly leave the house? And you told me, well, that's the $1 million question that everybody wants to know.
Ain't it so? What's with the $1 million? Okay. Will this end soon? And then I want to know, I've never asked this before. Will this end soon? Kind of flipped over like lazy though. So let's just If it's meant to be a yes, it's going to pop out. Whoops, that's also a lazy, sloppy shuffle. Will this end soon? Yes. End of cycle. This is the end of a cycle and something new coming in. This is end of a heavy burden. Yes, this is a yes. Yes, yes, yes. Hello, Deanna. And then what else do we want to know? Will this end soon? What else am I trying to ask? I cannot multitask. Can you tell? Can you tell? Holy! There was another question here that I was going to.
Mom has called me at the time and asked me, she was like, I can't find him. I was like, do what? She goes, yeah, I cannot find him. I said, well, hang on. I made the phone call and reported it to the sheriff's department because
Okay, let's go back because there was something
About
here.
10 o'clock, but you said that Sebastian went to bed at 9 p.m. and then you got up off the couch and you went to bed and you said that was around midnight.
Midnight.
And nothing was unusual at that point. Everything seemed okay.
there's actually a piece of
Not true according to the cards. Not quite true according to the cards.
so to make something very crystal clear, so that way there's
God, he
transparency
loves that
across the
word,
board.
eh? Crystal clear.
Me and the mom were on the phone at
Expression.
9:43 or 9:46 in the evening. We stayed on the phone for quite some time. The call logs have been verified by all the police departments, TBI included. We stayed on the phone. It was very lengthy. Mom did slightly start falling asleep while she was on the couch. I had said, hey, you need to wake up, put the dogs up, go to bed.
Let's just find out. Was this during Chris's drive to Tennessee? Was this during Chris's drive to Tennessee? No. Was Chris already in Hendersonville? Was Chris already in Hendersonville? Was CP already in Hendersonville? Yes or no? On the floor. You're not going to believe this. Y'all, did you see me shuffle? Could you see my hands moving? These two came out again and a different one. This is a yes. This is a yes. And this is why. Look at somebody looking down at somebody in the water. He was already there. That's what I said. He was already there. Allegedly, in my opinion. Oh, there was a reason I went back. I forgot.
Now, mind you, that was right around midnight, just before midnight or right around midnight.
Mhm.
So then mom does go to bed and wakes up early in the morning to go wake her son up, get him ready for school. And now we have a worried mom who can't find her son in the house. Mom made an effort to look and search.
That's what the question was. Did mom make an effort to search? Did I ask that? I hope not. Did mom make an effort to search? Did mom make an effort to search? Yes or no, not to the benefit of my ego. Oh, on the floor. I did ask that, didn't I? No. I got a no last time. Did I not? Okay. Sorry, y'all. See the multitasking for me?
Several times.
Chat the cards is not always super
Mom
easy.
had called me at the time and asked me. She was like, I can't find him. I was like, do what? She goes, yeah, I cannot find him. I said, well, hang on. I made the phone call and reported it to the sheriff's department because that's what we're supposed to do. And within 10 minutes, the sheriffs were dispatched to the location.
And you had told me that there hadn't been any particular situation that had occurred where you felt like there would have been something that happened. And I also had asked you
Yep,
if there
me
were
too.
any friends that Sebastian might have possibly left the house with, or if he had any contact with anyone on social media. Do you want to comment about that again?
He doesn't have a social media.
Okay.
And the only friends that he had were a couple of kids in school.
Okay.
All the kids that have had any interaction with him have been interviewed and asked.
Okay.
We as parents know how social media can be,
Right.
and seeing how kids can be easily manipulated.
He's very young in mind.
Yes, he may be. He's
Right.
about 15, and he's 15 in age in his body, but his mind is not caught up to his body. Um, but that is something that goes through with autistic children, as everybody would know.
Right.
But for the record, I am a very strict parent. I do. He does not have social media, not in our household. He doesn't online game. I mean, I'm pretty strict when it comes to that kind of situation.
Well, that's good. That's good, Chris, that you have control of that, because social media can be very dangerous for young kids, because they don't realize who they may be talking to on social media. So it's always good to have that awareness and to make sure you're monitoring, what your kids are doing. So I had asked you both, did you have any idea what would make Sebastian want to suddenly leave the house? And you told me, well, that's the $1 million question that everybody wants to know. All the detectives, they've all asked that same question. What is it that happened that
Oh,
caused him
yeah.
to leave the house? And I know you must be
I
so.
want to know. Sorry for the interruption. What's with the $1 million? Why? Like, is there a significance to that amount of money that he chose? Is that just random? Is that just random? Margie, are you from Kingston? Because I'm in Ottawa, eh, sweetie? If that's where you're from, welcome in, honey. Welcome in. CP, we had no idea you were strict. No kidding. Oh my God, what's my question again? Jeez Louise, Leanne. What was the question? My God, it's like on the tip of my memory. I gotta stop. I gotta go right to the cards. Forget the chat for a second. No offense.
Have control of that, because
I
social media can be very dangerous for
won't be
young
able to do
kids,
your questions for
because
now.
they don't realize who they may be talking to on social media. So it's always good to have that awareness and to make sure you're monitoring, what your kids are doing. So I had asked you both, did you have any idea what would make Sebastian, if there
15 in age in his body, but his mind is not caught up to his body. But that is something that goes through with autistic children, as everybody would know.
Right.
But for the record, I am a very strict parent. I do. He does not have social media, not in our household. He doesn't online game. I mean, I'm pretty strict when it comes to that kind of situation.
Well, that's good. That's good, Chris, that you have control of that, because social media can be very dangerous for young kids, because they don't realize who they may be talking to on social media. So it's always good to have that awareness and to make sure you're monitoring, what your kids are doing. So I had asked you both, did you have any idea what would make Sebastian want to suddenly leave the house? And you told me, well, that's the $1 million question that
That's what it
everybody.
was. My God. Okay. What's the relevance to? Is there a relevance to the $1 million? Sorry, y'all. I'm gonna have to ignore the chat for a bit. Mods will take care of you. I won't be looking for your questions yet. What is there a relevance to the $1 million? Is there a relevance to the $1 million? Yes, there is. There's a relevance to the number million, the $1 million. What is the $1 million about? That flipped over. I'm going to put it back in because that's come out twice. The world. What is the $1 million about? God, I'm like my guides are. Someone's rushing in. I can feel the energy. Woo, Betsy. What's the $1 million about? We got the magician. These all just flipped over, but I'm going to see. We got the magician. We got the Knight of Swords. We got a hidden travel. Something hidden. Somebody's hiding something. Okay. Ooh, I'm spinning. Somebody's coming in. Who's coming in? Who's coming in? Somebody's coming in. Sorry if it starts getting glitchy. Who is coming in? Wow. Is this so? This has got to be important. What's going on with what's this $1 million? This is something important because my guides are rushing in. $1 million. What's this $1 million about? What is this $1 million ago? Okay. Justice. Goosebumps. $1 million payoff. $1 million payoff. Whoa. I got full on goosebumps. Somebody's hidden, male figure, $1 million payoff. Whoa. Whoa. Holy, like I'm friggin' goosebumps everywhere. Temperance, this is the concocted idea that the two of them, this is my them goose and a plan regarding some young person. Let's get some more clarifiers on this $1 million. Wow, this is going to be a lot more interesting going through these interviews than I thought. Y'all buckle up. We're going to have some interesting times. Okay, what's this $1 million about? What is this $1 million about? I'm going to take this down. Not that I don't want to give credit. I just want to make sure you can see me shuffle. What? This is a fallout. What is this $1 million about? Something foreign. Something foreign. This came up with, it's not aliens. It's representing like the audio to me and at the time as something, even though they could probably overcome it, the way it was, in my opinion, fidged with was a foreign experience. Okay, so I'm going to run with that narrative until I'm proven otherwise, and I'm willing to switch up. What and my initial thoughts are, give me more on this $1 million hidden Republican and a friend. OMG. Can't make this stuff up, guys and gals. No, you cannot. No, you cannot. Okay, give me more on this $1 million. Wow. I need more. I would like to see more clarification, please, on the $1 million. I'm not sure why my guides came rushing in, but this is important. This might be the breadcrumb. This might be a breadcrumb. If we could find, if God willing, Dog and his team ever listen to anything I have to say, they might be able to find a breadcrumb. Hang on. Man-made disaster was avoidable. With respect to a female, look at all the cards that could come out. And the ones that are coming out. Give me more, please. What is this $1 million about? Avoidable AI. Technology with what somebody did to the, let me just see. Let me pull the pendulum. This is what I'm picking up. Yes or no, not to the benefit of my ego. Yes or no, not to the benefit of my ego. Is this a $1 million payoff to somebody in law enforcement to make the audio disappear? The evidence, yes or no, not to the benefit of my ego. Is this a $1 million payoff to somebody in law enforcement to make the audio evidence disappear? Yes or no, not to the benefit of my ego. Is my name Bob? Oh my God. Is this $1 million a payoff to a politician, an elected position, which would be sheriff, in my opinion, allegedly a friend? Is this a $1 million payoff to have audio evidence go missing? Or yes or no, not to the benefit of my ego? Please, Spirit, if this is true, I want the pendulum to swing faster. I want everybody to be really aware, please. See, I'm not moving. Please increase the energy of the pendulum, please, Spirit. Increase the energy of the pendulum. Just a bit there. Is my name Bob? Okay, I gotta put it here because my arm's getting sore. My arm's getting sore. Yes or no? Not to the benefit of my ego. Is this accurate information? Is this a law enforcement that was paid off to make audio evidence disappear? Yes or no? Not to the benefit of my ego. So yes, is my name Bob? Wow, holy Hannah. Wow. Female who used technology to create some interference with some evidence. I'm going to pull one more card just to confirm. And this would have been avoidable, a man-made disaster. True that. That required a hidden Republican and a friend. Who in law enforcement are elected? Well, I know one position. I don't know. Just saying. That flipped over. I'm going to putting it back in because that was a lazy shuffle, a drop. Hang on. Let's go. These are a bunch of falling out here. I want them to flip out. Okay. Validation. Is this evidence that was withheld or kept or, oh my God. Something to do at the church. This came up before in this case. What? Okay. Where's the card that flipped over? There's another card. I don't know what happened to it in that pile. Oh, it's right. No, it's right there. A man-made disaster. Church. Church debts? What? Church debts. Okay, so there's some connection here. Okay, this is what I'm getting goosebumps. Was the law enforcement officer somehow connected and in debt with the local church? Yes or no? Not to the benefit of my ego. Okay, is my name Bob? So this person that took the money had debts to do with I don't know what, something to do with the church. Oh my God, no. Y'all, you know where I'm going. You know where I'm going. Is the church hiding a ring? Yes or no? Not to the benefit of my ego. Is the local church there hiding a ring? Yes or no? Not to the benefit of my ego. OMG. Is my name Bob? What? Is there a ring? That one's fallen on the floor. Is there a ring that the church is hiding? Pedophilia ring, trafficking ring that the church is aware of and are hiding in Hendersonville, Tennessee? Yes or no? Not to the benefit of my ego. Yes. OMG. Yes. And the thing is, the thing that's also interesting are the cards that are coming out. Okay. Queen of Cups, the KP card for this one. The Hierophant is about churches, hierarchies, organizations, institutions. Wow. Wow. A hidden collaboration. OMG. Okay. We're moving on. I'm just like, I think that is not involved in other, and I'm just going to state in the opinion of the cards and my interpretation of them, of spirit. That has nothing to do with what I don't think there's a connection other than just the reason why this person might need money or something. There's something there. There's something, a subplot is all I'll say. But I don't think yet that there's any more than that. We'll see. I'm not going to go there yet. I'm not going there yet. I don't want to make something out of nothing. That's not there yet. But church, yeah, because, yeah, CP told Seth Church. I know. Oh, welcome in, Della. I think you were already a member, sweetie, so welcome back. I got to go back up here. Oh, my God. Hey, okay. Oh, God. I can't. Be nice if there were mediums and FBI, TBI, and officers to find Sebastian Matrix. Deanna, that's the thing. And that's where YouTube shut me down. Okay. YouTube demonetized my video and threatened me with a strike in the middle with no warning of playing a video to show that they train. The CIA trained their people. There is an entire institution called the Monroe Institute that the FBI and CIA go to train to develop psychic abilities. It's just not mainstream, and they don't want people to know, but they do. So look up the Monroe Institute. Here, let me pull it up. Let me just remove this and share. Oh, hang on, and share. Hang on. The Monroe Institute. They do. They do. Okay. The world's leading education center for the study of human consciousness. And it's not talked about a lot in the mainstream world, but it does exist. So it does exist, I promise you. So yeah, so Kelly can maybe when he's here talk to that. I never asked him about that, but yeah, and he works again, which is why I'm really excited to bring him in. Is with a lot 350 at the time police agencies throughout North America and Canada and across the world, really, and some government agencies that I don't know if he'll let me discuss in the United States and across the world, big, and they know what we do. Okay, so it's just not mainstream yet. Craddock met up to talk with TL, and guess who changed after that moment? What? What? Is that is that fact or is that just assumption? Wild. I know, but the world's not ready yet, but this is hopefully one of my missions. I actually wanted to talk about that because my original blind, naive, stupid self was thinking, anybody they would listen to me with the videos I've sent on location, everything else. But, again, no. So maybe my mission just is to hopefully be of value in someday bringing recognition to the power of what we can tap into when we utilize our mind. In fact, I would argue sometimes it can be more accurate because the ego is, the part of the brain that wants to say, that's why I always say not to the benefit of my ego, because the ego is about where we want to be made. We want to prove we're right at all costs. And that's police work. I did work a case locally here with another woman, two other women that were part of the Find Me group. I don't think they're there anymore. And we worked a local case. And we were also, I was the point of contact with the police. And we were all in contact with Mom. And Mom confirmed that we were right when they found her daughter. She was Native. She was where we said, and the police found her because we were in contact with Mom. But when I spoke to the police officer, he did not want to give us credit, refused to give credit because, and maybe Kelly can speak to this, because if it's not mainstream in your wherever your branch or whatever, your office or wherever you're working from, district or dispatch or whatever. I'm losing my words here. District or police officer, or your boss, if that's not a normal, acceptable thing, you're not going to go back and say, well, this psychic medium gave me a hint. Furthermore, they're always up for promotions. And so they're not going to give credit somewhere else, because they're the ones that are looking for promotions and getting a track record of solving cases to move their career forward. So anyway, if I had $1 million, he would be home by now. Yeah. See, again, I haven't listened to most of these interviews. I've never actually seen this one before. So this is all new for me. I did not follow these early ones at all. Okay, let's get back into it. You feel sick? I'm sorry, sweetie. I'm sorry. Remember, they also were calling out the pastor. Who's they, Catherine? Who was they calling out the pastor? That's why Chris in the beginning of Seth wants to find Sebastian, go to the church. I just kind of piecing that all together right now, Cam. Thank you. Oh my God, I'm dizzy. Okay, sorry. I don't know who's coming in. Whoa, CP would take photos. Do a night and dog already know. Okay, let me just do a night and dog already know about this. Yes. 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 They might suspect, but yes. And the cards again that are coming out are like, this is like a tower moment. Like this is a real tower moment. This really took Seth, I think, but they haven't overcome trying to prove it yet. They have not overcome trying to prove it yet. Okay. Oh, I gotta put the air conditioner on. It is so hot in here. Church, they gotta believe autism due to demonic. Yeah, you know what, Sophia? You might be right. Welcome in. Thank you, honey. Thank you. A weird vibe of dogging at night. I just can't put my finger on it, but I've lost trust there for real. Yeah, I don't know, Chris. I can't speak to that right now, but I did a video at the beginning and I got eaten up for it and I took it down. It's privatized. I mean, I think they want good for Seth. I do believe they want good. I don't think they had intentions of paying that reward out. That's all I'm going to say. Okay. Okay, I heard it could be a live stream. I didn't listen. Yes, I heard it on live stream. I didn't don't listen to her after she turned. Oh, we're talking about TL. Okay, I'm not going there. Not going there. Okay, I'm skipping all the way to the bottom. I look flush. Well, that's because my it's hot. When I'm channeling and my guides are coming in, I got to open the door because I just said I had to put my AC on. It's hot. Hang on. When anybody working like as a psychic medium, channeling would tell you like the energy, you just get, like hot. So, okay, let's get back to this.
He wants to know. All the detectives, they've all asked that same question. What is it that happened that caused him to leave the house? And I know you must be so worried and so concerned. Is there anything, if Sebastian were listening to this live stream right now, if you knew that he was out there, what would you want to tell him?
That we love you and to come home.
I mean, it's pretty simple. This boy has a very large family that everybody is asking the question. Where are you? We love you, and please come home.
Yes. We definitely need to find him as soon as possible. If you live in this area,
Okay, so let me just go back to Deanna. They did not use or train it for that ability. They used it on how to manipulate, not help people. And I'm going to leave it there. For just going to leave it there.
please search your property every day. He could be on the move. Just because you've already searched your property one time doesn't mean that you don't need to continue to search your property on a daily basis just to be sure. If you have a lot of land, it needs to be searched, just to be sure, because he may be lost. He may be somewhere and he can't find his way back. So that's why it's very
No
critical.
worries, sweetie.
Can
Don't
you
worry.
talk to
Not
me
worried about it
the
at
search and
all.
rescue efforts? Are they searching on land, air? They also have dive teams there. What can you tell us about that?
So currently, they, as of today, the National Guard was also
Sweetie, I
brought in
hope
to
your
help
eyes
with
get
the
better.
search, but they have had fixed wing aircraft, helicopters, horseback ATVs, side by side, door to door, scouring every neighborhood possible. I mean, the outreach from the community and various counties has been extremely welcoming, loved. I mean, it's we've been told this is probably one of the largest searches that they've conducted with so much input that it's a case to be studied for sure.
It's
You
a
have a lot of
case
people that are
to be
praying and
studied
supporting you.
for sure. What, y'all? What do we need to know, Chris? I gotta think of the question I want to pull for that. It's a case to be studied for sure. What would we find out if we studied it, Chris? How to hide the devil. How to hide the devil. Fudge, when the cards come out like that, man. What's the case? What do we need to study, Chris? What do we need to study? How to hide a death. How to hide a death. I cannot. I'm sorry. I'm like, y'all, devil and death. I'm just sorry. I don't think I've ever gotten so like frustrated and angry and livid with those two than right in this particular moment. I'm sorry. I'm just like too much. It's too much. It's too much.
Right now, was his ask, would he be able to ride a city bus?
Um, Nothing is off the table as far as abilities. Could the young man get on a bus? I'm sure he could.
Could the young
Never
man?
rode a city
You
bus,
talk
so
about
I
him like it's a stranger. Could the young man? Jesus.
he understands the process.
I hope I never run into him.
He doesn't have any sense of money. He may have, like, let's say, a $20 bill in his hand, but he doesn't truly understand what $20 would get him.
Right. I understand. And single mom says, does he want his real father? Maybe. I'm just asking. Well, it turns out, single mom, that, he sees his real father every other weekend. And the real father, he is heavily
Real
involved
father,
in this
bio
situation
dad,
and
real
is aware,
father.
and he does.
I don't know if that's an inadvertent dish at CP. The real father.
Doesn't know where Sebastian is either,
Yeah.
correct?
Correct. I mean, I can tell you this. Yes, very much involved in his life. The relationship between all three of us as parents is not your common one. I mean, me and the father talk on a regular basis. We call each other. We talk. Hey, if we heard anything, how's he doing? Is he acting up? Um, I mean, it's not. There's no really animosity in between the parents.
That's good. That's good. Discovering the truth. Thank you for being here. They say, did he have any special interest like trains, parts, friends, maybe a school bus route that he loved? My son elopes and loves trains, so he heads to the tracks.
Playgrounds.
Yeah, he loves playgrounds. I mean, he loves to play. I give him that. Friends wise,
He wants friends.
Sebastian, his idea of his friend is right now is what he has 2 kids that he talks to at school, but he is extremely socially awkward. And so it's very difficult for him to make friends, which has been this boy's only lifelong dream. I mean, Christmas, what do you want for Christmas? I want friends. Birthday, I want friends. Anything that he could do to get a friend, he would love to do it, which is potentially dangerous because that could open up doors for somebody to say, hey, I'll be your friend, and potentially cause harm.
Kim Holmes asked if there's any cameras in the area. And I did see, Kim, that they were asking for people that had any Ring doorbell footage or any businesses that had camera footage. Talk to us about that, Chris. We did speak about that briefly earlier about the people getting all the footage, but they haven't found anything.
Our entire neighborhood and surrounding neighborhoods have voluntarily and with generosity given up any video footage that they've got. I mean, they have let the apartments come in and view and monitor. So as far as cameras, everybody has turned over everything. There's thousands of hours of stuff that they are combing through to try to find an answer.
It looks like Tish is local to the area. She said, I go to the grocery store or anywhere and our eyes are peeled looking for him. I work at a local restaurant and I'm checking cars as they come through the drive-thru every day. Bless you, Tish. I know this family is very grateful. Discovering the Truth says, so he probably knows the route to his father's house. So maybe he was in the process of heading in that direction.
That has not been ruled out. I mean, like I said, the search that they are conducting is extremely widespread and thorough. So nobody is ruling that out as a possibility.
But normally when he wants to go to his dad's, he just says so. And we just call his dad.
Yeah, I mean, dad will come down here. We meet him halfway. I mean, he's never wanted to go to his dad's and not been able to go. Let's put it that way.
Right.
I mean,
RQ, thank you for being a member for 6 months. All of this is very, very helpful to help us, better understand the situation that we're dealing with. And I did see a post on Facebook that it looked like everybody was asked to wear green on Friday because green is Sebastian's favorite color. What else can you tell us about Sebastian?
He's an avid Minecraft fan. Loves the color green. It's got the goofiest and quirky smile in the world. I don't think anybody could mimic.
Who's got a landline anymore?
Looks like he's such a sweet young man.
Who's got a landline? That's crazy. Y'all, I just want you to know, sorry for my outburst. That's extremely rare for me. Just saying. Like, I just felt so angry in that second. I couldn't help it. I'm so sorry to blow off some steam. But I just want you to know this interview is actually longer than I thought. We still have 25 minutes left to go, 24 minutes in this interview. No kidding. I know. So it's like wild. I'll go back and check comments in a bit. Let's just, well, stop it when I want to pull cards right now. I'm not feeling like anything here is.
Loves to dance. That boy he'll dance his tail off.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. Dancing is good for you. It's good exercise too. I just really hope they can find some answers. Now, I did ask you guys because, I know that sometimes when we're looking for autistic children that go missing, a lot of times people are concerned that they may be attracted.
I know.
Me
neither, Robin.
The water. So talk to us about that. Is he a good swimmer? Does he like to get in the water? I think you did mention some things about that to me earlier.
So he's a fish in the water. I'm gonna tell you right now. But here's the distinction. He is not a child that likes to get dirty. He can't stand his hands dirty. He can't stand bugs. He is fearful of flies and things. So if he swims, he is a pool kid. He's not I'm a river and a stream kind of kid. He is swimming pool bound.
Discovering the Truth, I'm sure that they are probably looking into that. Now, I know that you said there was some misinformation that was going around, and you wanted
here we get into it.
You did tell me that
time to pull some cards.
Was assisting, but that there was some confusion. People thought that FBI was actually assisting in this case. Talk to me about what you spoke about earlier to me on our phone call about how FBI is that they were consulted, and the card team. I guess there is a discussion going on as to whether he qualifies as you know, for the child abduction.
Okay, let's find out. What is this question about LE? Have y'all and LE checked any RSOs? I want to ask that. Did they check any RSOs? I don't know. Did they check any RSOs? Did they even bother to look? I'm going to pull out a different deck. Let's just see how it works with the energy. The other one's just getting me too fired up. Did they check? No. They did not check any local registered RSOs. They did not. They didn't think, excuse me, there was a need. Thank you, Tracy, for doing the YouTube things. Thank you. Appreciate it. I don't see Chris saying Katie forever either. She's the fifth one. Yeah, no kidding. I think that's happening sooner than we believe.
So the FBI is not physically on the ground. Somewhere in one of the news clips, I think it was reported that the FBI had made it on the ground. They're not. TBI, Tennessee Bureau of Investigations, has reached out to the behavioral analysis team or their CART team, and they are trying to work with them from a distance. They're not physically present, to help in any way, form, shape that they can render their assistance.
Okay. Light and sound, thank you for being here. Have burner phones been looked into? I know some teens sneak phones from their parents or maybe his computer use at school to
We haven't
see
been
if
able
he
to
has
find
been
any
chatting.
evidence of a secret phone.
Okay, good. Because digital evidence is really important. They want to make sure that he's not speaking to anybody. This is such an unusual case.
This case is extremely unusual. Like I said before, we are pretty strict when it comes to certain things. As far as comms, communication, electronic devices, there was only one phone that he had. It was extremely locked down. He had access to his phone, his text message, to only his contacts list, a camera, and a calculator, and that is it.
He's a pretty happy kid usually.
He seems like it, and I know that you love him very much. I know that I can remember earlier in our conversation you were referring to him as Bubba, and I think that's sweet. I call my son Bubba also, so that really tore at my heartstrings because my son, he's 30, but he's still Bubba to me. So it just, that name is going to stick forever. It's just how it is. Cindy Caton, thank you for being here. She says, are there any old wells that maybe he accidentally fell in, or any areas or mines that he might be at risk of coming in contact with? I know sometimes those things occur out in Tennessee. The divers, have they found any possible leads? I know that I heard that there was a possible pond that they were draining. You did tell me they were searching all of the pipes.
Yes. So when it comes to address her question as far as wells and things, I'm sure there's plenty of those around here.
They're searching them.
They actually pulled data for all the caves, underground voids, all of that stuff that could be accessible. They brought in teams from all over the state that specialize in either cave explorations, water recovery rescues. We don't know that they have drained a pond. I can say that much, but they have searched, they've dived them all for sure. They've walked, I couldn't tell you how many miles of creeks and waterways, and they've used cameras. The sewers, it's not really the sewers they're looking in. It's the drainage pipes. So that's for clarification. Sewer pipes, we're not going to find a child in. Those are enclosed and secured, but the runoff, water runoffs were all searched by a dive team.
Okay. And I know Ginger Snap said his law enforcement.
Is it just, one thing I don't think I've heard talked about in a long time, but this is not very many days, 8 days or something after? The man doesn't seem upset or worried, does he? Just an observation.
Looking into the possibility that he met a friend through Minecraft. I hope that they would just go ahead and vet all of that just to make sure, because you never know. I'm not really sure how all that works because I'm not a gamer, but I know that there are ways that you can communicate, like via Xbox, because my son is
welcome
a gamer,
back, Lindsay.
And Gabrielle,
thank you, sweetie.
I believe that you guys were at the Costco on Saturday. That's when you took the picture of him, correct?
Yes, my wife was at Costco on Saturday.
Yeah, not
Lindsay.
On the flyer where
she's returning. Welcome back.
BJ's on Sunday.
Okay, let's go back. Let's go back.
Brought in teams from all over the state. that specialize in either cave explorations, water recovery rescues. We don't know that they have drained a pond. I can say that much, but they
Okay.
have searched, they've dived them all for sure. They've
Okay.
walked, I couldn't tell you how many miles of creeks and waterways, and they've used cameras. The sewers, it's not really the sewers they're looking in. It's the drainage pipes. Nobody, so that's for clarification. Sewer pipes, we're not going to find a child in. Those
Right.
are enclosed and secured. The runoff,
Why did they? What is this question? I'm trying to read this question. Why did they change it for us to look back to Sunday afternoon if he was at Costco Sunday night? Did I miss something? This is a question oh my God, what's this girl's name? Oh my God, Duchess. On her channel. I don't know what they're talking about. Why did they change it for us to look back to Sunday afternoon at Costco? I don't know what the
water runoffs were.
I don't know
all
what she's
by
referring
the
to.
diving.
And I
Thanks,
believe that
Lindsay.
said is law
Thank you.
enforcement
Welcome back.
looking into the possibility that he met a friend through Minecraft. I hope that they would just go ahead and vet all of that just to make sure, because you never know. I'm not really sure how all that works because I'm not a gamer, but I know that there are ways that you can communicate like via Xbox because my son is a gamer. So, and Gabrielle, I believe that you guys were at the Costco on Saturday. That's when you took the picture of him, correct?
Yes, my
Okay.
wife was at Costco on Saturday.
Yeah,
The
not
skirt
Sunday.
that's in the flyer where it says optimism was on a Saturday. They were
Okay,
at
good.
BJ's on Sunday.
Okay. And
And
what
when
is
it
that?
comes
Is that a
to,
restaurant or?
no, they are all wholesale, like a commissary style stores where they sell in bulk.
Oh, okay, okay. So Costco
So
Saturday, BJ's on Sunday.
yes,
He
ma'am.
loves to eat all the samples, and BJ's is new, so I took him.
You're a good mom.
And when it comes to like the one mentioned about Minecraft,
Oh my God.
like I stated before, he does not have any way to come with anybody on any form of online gaming. That is extremely restrictive. We don't allow that because of what can come of it.
They combed all of the electronics.
I can tell you this with no hesitation. Anything and
No
everything
worries.
we
No
have
worries.
given to the
Thank you,
police and
Whispering.
any
Thank
other
you, honey.
law enforcement to have them completely scan, validate everything, and they are currently. I mean, everything is empty. I mean, they were like, "You guys are pretty good." I said, "Yes, sir. We don't believe in allowing the kids to communicate through social media or through any type of gaming."
Looks like Missing in USA says, why are they wanting camera footage from Sunday afternoon? Because
That we cannot release right now.
okay,
That is not
I
something that
understand.
has been authorized us to
What? Let me go
Right,
back.
put out to the public.
And we
Let me go
respect that.
back.
So
Let
on
me.
Saturday.
This is new, so I took him.
Everything we have given to the police and any other.
This is new, so I took him.
You're a good mom.
And when it comes to like the one mentioned about Minecraft, like I stated before, he does not have any way to come with anybody on any form of online gaming. That is extremely restrictive. We don't allow that because of what can come of it.
They combed all of the electronics.
I can tell you this with no hesitation. Anything and everything we have given to the police and any other law enforcement to have them completely scan, validate everything, and they are currently. I mean, everything is empty. I mean, they were like, "You guys are pretty good." I said, "Yes, sir. We don't believe in allowing the kids to communicate through social media or through any type of gaming."
Looks like Missing in USA says, why are they wanting camera footage from Sunday afternoon? Because
That we cannot release right now.
okay,
That is not
I
something.
understand.
What? Why do they want camera footage from Saturday afternoon? And he says that we cannot release right now. Why does that seem like not truthful? Why does that not seem truthful? Were they told not to release the camera footage from Saturday afternoon? First over is a no, 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 they were not. No, they were not. That just didn't feel like honest. No, that's a big fat, you know what? LIE. Yeah, big fat LIE.
That has been authorized us to
Right.
put out to the public.
And we respect that 100%. Ginger Snap says, I was reading that his favorite song is Eye of the Tiger. That's a great song.
He's got an eclectic taste in music. He's a fan of Eddie Vedder. He
Oh, well,
likes
he's great.
Survivor. Oh yeah, I mean young man has a very eclectic taste in music.
And you told me that
Taylor
he
Swift,
loves to play chess.
Carrie Underwood.
And he loves to.
Okay, that's a great question. What happened Saturday? I don't think anything happened. They took the video of him, is what I was asking. They say there was a video that they took of Sebastian that the police can't, he can't talk to the video. Okay, so nothing specific happened Saturday. There's nothing specific. So no.
To play chess, right?
Crush on Taylor Swift.
Ooh, he has a. Oh well, her boyfriend better watch out then. Was 911 allowed to be called? Rhonda asks.
On the cell phone, is that what she's referring to?
Yes, I believe so.
Was
that
there
what you're
another
asking,
reason
Rhonda?
911 wasn't allowed to be called? What? Some of the things you hear, on the cell phone, not like, what do you mean? Of course 911 was allowed to be called. Okay, let's just go back and listen to that some more. I'm missing something here.
Device. All devices that have communications have the ability to call 911. Believe it or not, most cell phones that are not even connected to service have an ability to actually call 911.
Yeah, you can pick one up off the shelf at a store and most will call.
Yeah, that's become a federal thing. That's not a service provided. That is like a
What?
federal thing.
Right.
And there's strict safety features even if
What?
His favorite song is I.
Oh yeah, I mean young man has a very
Watch out then.
What
that's
did
become
he-
a federal thing.
What is he?
Loves to play chess.
Carrie Underwood.
And he loves to play chess,
he has
right?
a crush on Taylor Swift.
Ooh, he has a. Oh well, her boyfriend better watch out then. Was 911 allowed to be called? Rhonda asks.
On the cell phone, is that what she's referring to?
Yes, I believe so. Is that what you're asking,
All
Rhonda?
all devices that have communications have the ability to call 911. Believe it or not, most cell
Okay,
phones that are
that's
not
what
even
he's.
connected to service
I was like,
have
what
an ability
is
to
that
actually call
question
911.
about?
Yeah, you can pick one up off the shelf at a store and most will call.
Yeah, that's become a federal thing.
Shackle
That is
Island.
a service.
So that's interesting. I had never ever seen it referred to in Shackle Island until I talked about my vision from y'all. And here it is coming up at the very first
provided. That
interview.
is like a federal thing.
Interesting.
There's
Just a
strict
note.
safety features even if
Just
we-
a note
Yeah,
worth
safety is not
mentioning.
restricted in this house.
Okay, I do have one other question before I read what was his is saying.
We're
there was
almost
something I was going
done
to
here.
ask you.
Well, hang on.
Let's go ahead and do was his question right now. Shackle Island Road and New Shackle Island Road, are they in the same area?
New Shackle Island Road runs parallel to Long Island. Old Shackle Island Road is actually farther directionally. It would actually be south in front of the hospital, the Hendersonville Hospital. That is roughly, I think, 4 or 5 miles from our house.
Okay. Okay. That Single Mom, that's your favorite song too. Now, something I do want to ask you is because
I
I've
wonder
been
why
watching
that
social media
Shackle
because
Island
that's what I do.
question
I
came
hear
up.
bits and
That's
pieces
really
on lots of different
interesting.
social media platforms, and I was really
Ah,
disappointed when you told me that people were harassing you and attacking you. Is there anything that you want to put to rest while you're here tonight, or make clear to the public about this situation? I know you told me there was a statement that you wanted me to make about you and the mom and the dad. So if you want to make any clarification about that, you have free reign to do so. We will not allow you to be disrespected here on this platform.
I have no malice or ill intent toward anybody. Everybody has an opinion.
Of course.
But what is factual is that
let's see. Do y'all not think he called 911? I don't even remember. Did they not call 911? They called the sheriff directly, right? Is that what happened by his own admission later on? Did they call 911? Yeah, I know that now. I just didn't know it at the time. I had the vision, honey. Because I don't follow the cases the same way, right? So I had no idea. So did that come out as fact that he later then said he called directly? Did he call 911? Yes or no? No. He didn't call 911. And the same 3 cards, even though you see me shuffle over and over again, these same cards came up before. He did not call 911. Okay, let's go back. Wouldn't they be able to release the 911 call? Isn't that public records?
The father, the mother, and myself
Just a
have
thought.
been extremely cooperative. We have
Okay,
been
thank
vetted,
you.
We have been checked out. We have been questioned and everything of that nature, and literally have been cleared. There is no wrongdoing. There is no negative input from
8
parents
days later,
of any of the
Chris.
family.
Really?
You
8
know,
days later?
and it's hard for a lot of folks. I mean, I will be honest and say this out loud.
Thank
I
you.
have a custody case that is currently going on in another state, which has been brought to public light because people feel that they want to judge and think that they understand what's currently going on, and they don't. Because of that, I'm being looked at in a very foul way. Um, I
Hmm.
I don't need to repeat anything that's being said, but
Right.
you know,
But
and it's
people that are,
perfectly
there's
okay.
people that's probably seen it on social media, and I want you to be able to have the opportunity to defend yourself. We have 248 people watching right now, and I'm sure that anyone that's watching this on the live stream, please respect this family. I mean, you can't have an idea of possibly what they are going through, and it's really not any of your business what is going on. And I understand that you do see your other child, which, and that doesn't have anything to do with Sebastian. And you guys are on good terms with his father. There's not like there's any custody battle between the mother and Sebastian's father. I mean, obviously, if he wants to see his father, you guys told me that, you just plan to meet up, and it's no big deal. So, I've read a couple of heinous things that people are saying, and it just really upsets me to know that people are just going to that without having all of the information and knowing that law enforcement has interviewed, interrogated everyone in your family. They have looked into you, they have all of your devices, and that they basically cleared you guys of any involvement in Sebastian's disappearance. And I
Kitty, I
just
don't know what
want
you're asking,
the
honey.
public to be able to hear you say that, because you do have the right to defend yourself. Because it's not like you said earlier, it's not about you, it's about finding Sebastian.
Correct.
Yes.
And I just don't want to have people to be dragging you around on social media. Isn't it already difficult enough that your child is missing?
That's beyond words. This is a feeling that I'm gonna tell you right now. I don't
wouldn't
care.
wish this on
Nobody should ever have to endure. It is not something that should ever be wished upon for anyone.
Now, I do see Miranda. Miranda has a child that is special needs as well, and we've covered a case on my channel involving her child in the school system here on my platform. So Miranda is a very strong advocate for kids that have special needs and them getting fair and equal treatment. And she says, how is his skills on walking around on heels or without a trail? Because my son would stumble if he had to step over a 1-inch rock or any form of incline. So, I mean, is he able to walk good? How is he able to navigate on his own? Is he able to walk good? Can you hear me?
She lost them.
Did I lose you guys? Can you hear me?
Might be the end. See,
Chris, are you there? Can you hear me?
I don't think so because there's
Trev, are
another
you there? Can you hear
Yeah,
me?
another
I can hear you.
there
Okay,
another
maybe
10
Chris
minutes
lost
of
signal.
video.
We'll give them a few minutes to come back. They may have had to mute out. Thank you for our Q direction. Thank you. And says some of the things that you may be
Safe mode, which is
right.
the beach area.
That's what I was trying to address, because a lot of the people that come to my streams, they have children that are also autistic. So they deal with a lot of situations, and they can understand some of the things that you maybe be dealing with at this moment. I can only imagine what you're going through, not knowing where he is.
We, without publicizing our address, the best I can tell you is we are off by the beach area, and that kind of area is where
Mhm.
they've predominantly been focusing their searches.
Right.
When it comes to the special button, no. Just so some parents are aware, even if you lock down your child's phone, some children can actually turn their phone into safe mode, which would bypass the parental locks and then allow a child to go on the
Okay, so why are we talking about that? He didn't take his phone.
internet. There is a way to block that. You would have to look that up. That's too much in depth to go into. But no, I mean, when I say we're strict, we lock it down. We lock it down.
Well, that's good to know. David Bryant, thank you so much for being here. David says, hey, one question. Do you think he would have stuck to roads, or do you think he could have went off into the wooded areas?
That is that's hard to say. We don't really have an answer, but all I can say is every avenue is being searched, regardless of woods, roads, anything. Everything that can be searched is currently being searched.
Reckless Ellis, thank you for being here. Reckless Ellis says, I'm not saying he did this whatsoever, but I did see a screenshot from Facebook where he yelled at the news and told them to get off his property. Is there any truth to that?
Ooh,
Well, Reckless, I'll let them speak for themselves, but if the news was on my property, I
interesting.
might yell at them to get off.
Really? Well, you would if you had a
So
missing
I
son,
have
Duchess?
not-
I don't think so.
I have not spoke to any news crew that have been physically on my property. I have spoken to a news crew that was down the street and just asked them politely, do not film my house.
Okay, y'all. I can't. I can't. I don't think she knows who she's dealing with in this interview. I don't think she has a clue. But and I'm not trying to be critical of her per se, but y'all, if my son or daughter was missing, I'd be screaming for the rooftops. I'd be happier than a pig in a piece of you know what that the media was on my front lawn because I want that story out everywhere. I'd be feeding them food and tell them to spend the day on my lawn reporting about everything they could to get my kid home. Like, seriously? Who cares when your son and child's missing if they're on your front lawn? Who really gives a crap?
House.
Jesus Murphy, these people are
And
nuts.
that was perfectly okay. They gave
Hey,
me the word,
Krista,
we
how
shook
are
hands,
you?
and politely moved on. So no,
Oh,
I mean, as far
gosh.
as yelling at the news, no.
Okay, well, thank you for clarifying that. I hope that helps, Reckless Ellis, and thank you so much for being here. Let's see. That's right, Leave It to Beaver. These are real people. Focus on the missing baby. Exactly. Thank you for being here, Miss Chewy. It's so
Ain't
good
that
to
a
see you.
true story?
That's right. We all know that the child is in
Jesus.
danger and needs to be home where he's safe, and that's all we need to know.
No, we
I
don't
just
know
wanna
that
make
he's
sure
home
that people
safe.
understand, like,
And people have to stop with those statements. There is not an enormous amount of kids that go missing because they're necessarily all safe at home. Like, that is just,
this family is really going through it,
man.
and the focus needs to be on the child. So,
Yeah, thank you for coming, everybody.
and we just appreciate anyone
We're going to
that's
wrap
able
this
to
video up
get
in
out
2
there. Now, do they
minutes.
also have search dogs that have been out helping assist in the search?
Yes, ma'am. They have brought in dogs from various locations, from I believe from even other states as well as other areas within the state. So it is deeply, deeply being checked.
Okay, I'm going back over here. I see David Bryant's left another comment in chat. Okay, gotcha. We'll keep searching, praying for your families. I just posted multiple pictures from what my dog has found searching, and you can feel free to reach out if you would like me to search anywhere. So it sounds like David may have some search dogs himself. David, if you want to send me an email or reach out to me with Facebook Messenger, if you have any information that you would like for me to pass on to the family, I'll be more than happy to do
Just
that.
about wrapped
And
up
we
here, and then
appreciate
we'll
that
see if
so
we can
very
get
much.
the clip from last night to come
Jennifer
up
Jennings,
from.
thank you for being here. Jennifer says, how long has he been married to the mom? Isn't he Seth's son? Who is searching for this boy, mom, dad, or who? Well, it sounds like there's a lot of people involved, including the mother, the father, the stepfather, and law enforcement. When you say how long has he been married to the mom, are you referring to Chris on panel? Julio, thank you so much for being here. Chris always treated my girls and son with nothing but kindness when we worked together. Thank you. Thank you so much for being here, Julio. I know that really means a
Interesting.
lot to him. That's right, Jennifer. I think everybody is searching. It doesn't sound like there's any animosity with anybody that's going on here. So, and please be respectful in the chat. If you want to come in here and attack the family, the moderators can show you to the door. There's no need to announce your departure. Light and Sound says, I pray he wasn't being bullied at school. I imagine classmates who knew him have been interviewed. And yes, I do believe Chris said that earlier.
Oh my God, that was funny.
And did he typically take his phone places with him, guys, or did he normally leave it at home?
Believe it or not, it was actually a struggle to get him to carry his phone. He's not like the typical teenager. He's not this kid that got to stick their head in the phone. He's not
glued to it.
He's not. Because of his restrictions, he knows that what it's for. It's a tool. It's not an entertainment device. I mean, he had his struggles with doing basic, simple things. And I mean, it was a constant reminder, a constant this. And all three parents have been extremely positive and constantly trying to get him like, hey, we got to do this, bud. We got to do that.
No kidding.
Teach him to be responsible and to think about it.
I don't want to say that. I don't think it's
And then,
terrible.
Julio, I can contest. I mean, we worked together out in San Diego, so he's amazing.
I thought this was over. This
think
interview
that's
is not
wonderful.
over. Wow.
Let me just take care of something here in chat real quick. Jennifer, I appreciate you being here. We welcome all opinions, but we're just
Okay, everybody. I was going to get to Justin's question, or Justin's whatever the audio that you guys are talking about, but we're going to do that tomorrow, because I just realized this interview, I thought this was the end because the poster was up, but this video has got, and I think I'm going to call it a night. So hold your questions for tomorrow, because we got another 20 minutes of this interview. And we're 2 hours in.
He's been married to the mother is irrelevant with Sebastian being missing. So I hope that you have a wonderful night, but respectfully, I'm going to have to remove you from chat because it's a distraction. And we are focused on talking about Sebastian and about his case. And I hope you have a wonderful night. And please come back again. Okay, let's get back over here to the chat. I try to not get distracted when we have these situations, but we just don't have time for that. I'm not going to allow disrespect. And my moderators know that. So I appreciate my mods in here. Y'all get
Thank
some
you,
hearts
hon.
and hands up.
Thank you, Chris. I appreciate it.
Job. We have 363 people in here watching right now.
Yes, and we're not done yet. 20 more minutes, but yeah.
It helps to get Sebastian Rogers
and
information circulating on social media.
Sorry, y'all, but keep your questions for tomorrow, because it's much longer than I expected to go. I'm not one of these that can do like 5-hour. Can't say anything. It's all lies. Yeah, no kidding. So we'll go 20 more minutes of this, and then we'll call it a night. And I'll look for that for the clip. We'll start with that tomorrow, and then Q&A, and then into interview 2.
People are going to want to know what the parents have to say. I think it's very important that people hear the facts straight from Sebastian's family. 80 says, I'm autistic myself, and as a kid, I used to have restricted internet access, and I've managed to bypass it before. That doesn't shock me because I have a cousin that has the same thing has happened. I think it's different for every kid because there's such a spectrum. There's such a spectrum. So that's why we have to be on high alert. This is a vigilant, important situation because we really don't know the circumstances of what has actually transpired with Sebastian, and he could be in danger. And I see Burton Staggs here. Burton, thank you so much for coming over. He says there's 2 similar cases. A Mississippi autistic teen was missing and found 9 days later in Tennessee. He walked. In Arizona, an autistic teen walked approximately 200 miles and was found safe. Incredible. Does he have a lot of energy? Does he like to go on long walks and things like that?
Especially off his medicine.
What'd she say?
I really would. Do you think that
does he like to go for long walks?
Just a few days. Do you think that this might be something that would benefit Sebastian to get his face out there if we could get a couple of billboards? Guys, give me some feedback in the chat and let me know what you think. I might could, crowdfund. That's what membership is for. When you guys are members of this channel, that's actually where your money goes, is to these little crowdsourcing things that I do. So I have some money already put back that I can put forward to it, but I probably wouldn't be able to keep it up for more than just a few days because it can get expensive. But what do you guys think about that? Do you think, Trev, what are your thoughts about that? Do you think that having a billboard up for Sebastian might be beneficial?
I think so. I mean, it's, we've looked at that in plenty of cases, and you and I have spoken over that.
Let me go back a little bit. Sorry, y'all.
Take his phone places with him, guys, or did he normally leave it at home? In here, y'all put some hearts and hands up for the moderators in here. They're doing a fantastic job.
I feel like I've missed something. Sorry, y'all.
These situations, but we just don't have time for that. I'm not going to allow disrespect, and my moderators know that. So
I'm going to speed
I
it up a
appreciate the
bit.
mods in here. Y'all put some hearts and hands up for the moderators in here. They're doing a fantastic job. We have 363 people in here watching right now. If you haven't already hit the like button, please do that and share this out, because it helps to get Sebastian Rogers information circulating on social media. People are going to want to know what the parents have to say. I think it's very important that people hear the facts straight from Sebastian's family. 80 says, I'm autistic myself, and as a kid, I used to have restricted internet access, and I've managed to bypass it before. That doesn't shock me, because I have a cousin that has the same thing has happened. I think it's different for every kid, because there's such a spectrum. There's such a spectrum. So that's why we have to be on high alert. This is a vigilant, important situation, because we really don't know the circumstances of what has actually transpired with Sebastian, and he could be in danger. And I see Burton Staggs here. Burton, thank you so much for coming over. He says there's 2 similar cases. A Mississippi autistic teen was missing and found 9 days later in Tennessee. He walked. In Arizona, an autistic teen walked approximately 200 miles and was found safe. Incredible. Does he have a lot of energy? Does he like to go on long walks and things like that?
Actually, off his medicine.
Actually off his medicine. I didn't understand the first part. That's why, go for long walks. That's a new one. Well, they're saying because the other case, the child went for a long walk.
I really would like to.
Not because of his
billboard up for
medicine?
Sebastian.
I'm not clear
And I
what
think I
she
had mentioned that
said.
to you earlier. Do you think that this
Let's
might be
listen-
something that will
Let's listen to the billboard. It's interesting in the timing in this billboard issues.
benefit Sebastian to get his face out there? If we could get a couple of billboards, guys, give me some feedback in the chat and let me know what you think. I might could, crowdfund.
No kidding.
That's what membership is for. When you guys are members of this channel, that's actually where your money goes, is to these little crowdsourcing things that I do. So I have some money already put back that I can put forward to it, but I probably wouldn't be able to keep it up for more than just a few days, because it can get expensive. But what do you guys think about that? Do you think, Trev, what are your thoughts about that? Do you think that having a billboard up for Sebastian might be beneficial?
I think so. I mean, it's, we've looked at that in plenty of cases, and you and I have spoken about that before, talked with, different families. It's, at the very least, it's keeping that face and that story in the public eye. It's keeping people reminded of what's going on in their community, what's going on locally, what's going on in the next county over, whether they work there, live there, travel through there, they're seeing it.
Well, I can certainly design a billboard. We can work together behind the scenes. You can send me a picture and let me know exactly what you would like it to say, and we can get something started on a blip as early as tomorrow. If you think that that's going to be something, I will look at the locations and I can let you know where they're at, and we can try to get something going. Cold Case Crystal, thank you so much for being here. That's
Wow.
another person that's on my team that covers cases.
You don't hear, listen to this silence. Listen to the silence. Hello, Corinne Danielle. Nice to see you. Not a response. I could get a billboard going for you. You could just approve it and tell me what you want on it and send me some pictures. Not a thank you. That would be great. Crickets. Crickets. What?
Kentucky. And Crystal, did you just send me a Cash App?
Oh my
Cold
God.
Case Crystal, thank you so much for sending me that, and I will definitely put it for the billboard. We're still going to put up some billboards for Jaden Carpenter, so you and I need to get together in the next couple of days so we can get these billboards up as soon as possible.
Like, you could even try to sound excited. You can fake it.
On Sebastian.
Jesus.
Is there anything else that you guys want to share with us that you think that we need to know about the circumstances involving Sebastian going missing? Is there anything that you want to share with us that we have not talked about?
No, he doesn't want to share.
I'm going to put this flyer again here, so you guys can take another look at that.
Let him answer, Dutch.
I mean, everything that we've covered so far, is exactly everything that we've covered.
No, in other words.
We miss him and we want him home.
Nothing else.
Nobody be home.
Guilt, Katie. Is that guilt?
Mods, thank you for checking.
Okay.
The chat.
Okay, Mama. No worries,
Alan,
sweetie.
we're definitely not gonna tolerate
It's
that.
not very common, but
So,
yes.
you have a
Alan's gone. I got rid of Alan. He's gone.
Thank you. I appreciate that, Trev.
And Duchess, if I may, while we still have the family up,
Yes.
people, in cases like this, guys, and this is for anybody listening now,
I
watching
know.
later, however,
I know.
everybody in their mind has
Thank
an idea
you,
of how
Chris.
a family or how those who know a missing person should react. Should they go and talk to these people this day and say these things this day, or what they don't? The thing is here is law enforcement goes and talks to these people, guys. Plenty of families in these situations, unfortunately, but law enforcement goes and talks to these people. They don't owe us answers, no matter how curious we get. There's no timetable of when they should stand in front of a camera, when you should put a microphone in front of them, when they should join this, that, and the other. Now, if they bring that to us, then we should sit back and listen and let them tell their story. But what matters is answering who they need to answer to, and that's not us. That's not me. That's not Duchess. That's not you guys. the chief deputy, I believe Chief Deputy Craddock is his name, has been very clear in his press conferences that the family is fully cooperative and there have been zero signs of foul play. Now, if the TBI and the local authorities are saying that there is no sign of foul play, then it is completely irresponsible
Deep breath,
to make
everybody.
things up. On the contrary,
Deep
there are
breath.
places where you have to look at the home and you look at the family. This is not one of them. You can, we have to look at what's true. And what's true is this 15-year-old boy is missing from his home. He has been missing and he is still missing. And what matters is bringing him home safe to his family, who was kind enough to join us tonight and answer your questions. So while nobody has to believe any certain thing, we need to respect what we're told by those who are in charge. And so just remember that as we go through this case and in any case you listen to.
And I support this message. Thank you, Trev. That was very well said, and I appreciate you saying that. We just need to be respectful. There's things that the family want to share, and there's things that they're not obligated to share any information, but they desperately want to find their child. And I want to give them a safe place to be able to come here and share the information that they want us to know so that we can get it out there on social media. That we know what the facts are.
Exactly.
From the family.
The information they want us to know. The spin and the narrative they want to put out there, in my opinion.
Like they told us earlier,
just my
FBI
opinion.
is not on the ground searching for Sebastian. Yes, the card team was contacted and they were, they were spoken to, but they're not active. And there's people putting that on social media. The facts matter. We're not going to solve the case. It's for law enforcement. We have to let them do their job. So there's no need to come into this live stream and throw accusations around and disrespect this family, period. If you have a problem,
it doesn't help. Sebastian's still missing, and he is without his medication. He is not where he's not in his home. He is missing. He is likely very scared and unsure of his circumstances, and he is endangered at this moment. So I think 100% of the efforts and emotion should be put towards finding him. He deserves to be home. And if you, in taking the time to just
he sure does
say false things, and wherever you may go, leave your opinions at the door because it's about bringing this child home.
Thank you, Stacey. We appreciate your prayers. Yes, Mary, that is true. There is an anonymous group of Nashville business owners that have started a reward fund for Sebastian, and that is $3,000. So we want to thank those anonymous business owners for doing that.
I had no idea.
I did ask the family
wow.
if there was any of the reward funds.
No idea about this. Did y'all know there was funds started?
That's all they're going to say on that. And the families are entitled to privacy, Ginger Snaps, absolutely. And they are entitled to respect, and they will get it in this house. Now, Jennifer, I appreciate.
Well, let me tell you, they would never be coming up on my channel. Just saying, wouldn't have them. I wouldn't have them
in here. How did they know he took a flashlight?
I couldn't contain myself. I could not contain myself. I couldn't do it. Not big enough. I am not a big enough person to do that. Just, I'm being totally honest.
That very
not
going
to happen.
And I was so glad that Sebastian's mother explained it to me, because when I read that news article, I was like, well, how did they know he had a flashlight? Do you want to tell us about
that?
Yeah,
how did they know he had a flashlight?
That was asked is,
wow. Because they were planting that evidence because they knew there was a flashlight video. Just my opinion. Just my opinion.
When it was very dark outside, was that he might have taken a flashlight. And he actually has one that he plays with regularly, and I can't find it. So it's likely that he took it.
Okay. Jason asks, thank you for being here, Jason. Does he have anything that he holds on to? Anything that he has to have with him at all times? Something that keeps him calm when he has it?
He has various fidgets that he changes out and plays with.
Have you noticed any of those are missing as well?
Honestly, it'd be impossible to tell. He plays with paper clips and pennies and Legos, things that several could go missing and it wouldn't be noticeable.
Okay. Please put some green hearts and prayer hands in the chat for this family, because today is 7 days, and this is a critical time that we need to come together and stop attacking the family. If you can't do something productive, like just sit on your hands or something, I don't know. And Trev, I do appreciate all that you've done. Trev has been sharing information every day. He's been doing live streams, and you guys definitely need to connect. I will put you guys.
That's what I want to say to him.
Because he's local to Tennessee, and I know that he will be able to help in any way that he can.
Oh my God!
And we will definitely connect this week, and we will, if not tonight, then tomorrow, so we can get those billboards up. I will get with Crystal later, and we'll talk about that and try to get those worked out as soon as possible.
Are you talking about Orange is the New Black? Orange is the New Black?
Us to share? Is there anything else that you think that we have not covered?
God.
Is there anything that you want to add to this conversation that you feel that we've missed?
Well, I just want to encourage people to keep going. It's, keep the hope up and keep sharing his picture, keep sharing his story, keep sharing his flyer, keep praying that he returns.
Yes.
And keep listening to what we're told by authorities, because they're out there looking and they haven't stopped and they won't. We all play our part in different ways. If you're on social media, simply sharing his flyer. If you're here on YouTube, simply interacting with the video that has his information. Whatever it is, do it for Sebastian, because until he's brought home, that's the mission, that's the goal, and that's the fight, and that's what we'll do, standing beside this family and beside those looking and beside Sebastian until he comes home.
Absolutely.
Hmm.
Absolutely. And that's the end goal. So if you see this flyer on social media, you guys can share this from my YouTube community wall, from Trev's. You can share it from our Facebook pages. I'm sure Arctic Fox also has it on his page. Whatever we can do to try to help your family, please reach out to me and let me know. And we have a wonderful group of people in this community that will try to do whatever we can. And hopefully I'll hear something from Wings of Hope, and they'll let me know if they're going to be able to try to assist. David Bryant, thank you so much for your super chat. He said, we're going to find him. Keep your head up and hug him tight when he gets back. Here's to y'all. Everyone keep searching and doing what we can. David, I appreciate that. I'm going to take that $50 and I'm going to put it towards that billboard that I'm going to design. We're going to get that up for
Guys,
Sebastian as
crack
soon as
me
we
up.
can. I
Crack
really
me up.
appreciate you donating. It means so much. Well, guys, I really appreciate you joining us. If you have any updates that you want to share with us, please don't hesitate to reach out. If there's something that you want to share, if you want me to have another live stream, you may want to have a live stream with Trev. He has a large following on his channel, and some of those people don't necessarily follow my stream. So I'm sure they might, want to talk to you, and so we can continue to share out Sebastian's information, and you'll be on my prayer list. If you need anything, please don't hesitate to reach out. I'll even share my phone number with you. And if there's anything that you need, you can call me.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Deep breaths. Deep breaths. It's just sometimes you got to take it a day at a time, but sometimes you can only take it an hour at a time or 5 minutes at a time. And you don't have to explain yourself to anybody because you don't know how you're going to.
Oh, yes, she does. She's the last person to have seen him. Of course, she has to explain herself.
Feel until you're going through it, and how you
Sorry,
process things is
just-
not necessarily going to be how the next person does. But you don't owe anybody an explanation. Know
Wow.
that our hearts are with you, and you have a lot of people. Look at all of these people. We have 400 people.
No, they sure
watching
didn't,
this
did they,
live stream right
Krista?
now. There are so many people.
They didn't
that
even
are
say
out there that
anything.
listen to these
Sebastian, we
naysayers.
love you. Come home. We miss you.
We're so
Nothing.
Thank you to everyone who's working with us to try and bring him home.
Well, there we go.
And
Spoke
everybody for
too
all your
soon.
support and your prayers and your love.
Well, there, I take it
You
back.
are more than welcome.
I take it
You are
back.
more than welcome. That's what we're here to do. Is we're here to lift each other up. It takes a village.
Ugh.
It takes a village, and that's what we have to do. We're just here to help each other out. And I really just appreciate you being willing to come here and share Sebastian's story with us. And we'll be thinking of you and continuing to pray and share his information. And I'm going to let you guys go because you've been up here for over an hour, and I don't want to keep you any longer. I want you guys to go take care of yourself. Remember to take care of yourself. Make sure you're eating and getting enough rest and doing what you need to do to keep yourself going, because it's not easy. It can't be easy.
It's not by any means.
Chris, you're a good man. You're being so strong for her, and that just it makes me feel emotional, because it's got to be so difficult. And it's just one day at a time. But I'm praying that you're going to get answers as soon as possible. You have a lot of people that are working very hard to find your son. Miranda said outside his home, where's his most comfortable environment? Does he have a place like that?
His house.
The only place he likes to be is just at his house.
He likes his house. He likes both.
Which
houses.
is why I didn't want to move away. Oh, boathouses. Boathouses. Did you catch that? Very interesting. Because there's boathouses right near the location I pinned him to be at.
That just it makes me feel emotional.
Wow.
Because
Wow. Let's hear that again.
It's just one day at a time. But I'm praying that you're going to get answers as soon as possible. You have a lot of people that are working very hard to find your son. Miranda said outside
Yes,
his home, where's his
Krista.
most comfortable environment? Does he have a place like that?
His house.
The only place he likes to be is just at his house.
He likes his house. He likes both houses, and he likes. His favorite thing to do is go play on the playground, and he likes to.
He loves being around the family. He loves.
Okay, both houses. My mistake. It was not. I redact. I was wrong. Both houses, not boathouse.
I mean, just being a kid.
He's not very outdoorsy.
No, Krista, that was my
That's
mistake. My
understandable.
bad,
And that's
sweetie.
okay.
Sorry.
Everybody has their comfort zone. I'm
Both
not a
houses,
people
as
person
in
myself, y'all.
Seth's and his, right? Seth's and his mom's.
I kind of like to say to
Both.
myself,
My
in own
mistake.
house where
My
I'm most
bad.
comfortable.
My bad.
So I'm just hoping that somebody's going to see him. Don't forget, if you live in the area of Sumner County or the surrounding counties, if you live in the surrounding counties, Robertson, Davidson, Wilson, even down to Rutherford, Williamson County, Cheatham County, Montgomery County, Dixon, listen, if he's walking, please check your property. He could be hiding out. You know, he might be scared. He's probably going to be hungry and cold. What's your temperature? What's your weather there right now in Tennessee?
It was better today, but we've had freezing temperatures since he left.
Oh my goodness. Leslie says remember, most
Frozen evidence. Frozen evidence.
people are good.
Just hope someone finds it.
Me too. Charlie Life says the family's trying to stay strong so they can get this baby found. They really don't have time to break down. That's right. You guys just keep praying. Listen, I'm gonna let you guys go.
Then I will be on my way to that area too. and
Okay, we're gonna
I'll be on the
stop
ground, so-
sharing.
Okay, thank you.
We're gonna stop sharing. And then now, wow, wild. I swear to you, okay, I heard the same thing. What did you hear? Boat, you did too, eh? Interesting. Okay. It's because KP was talking with a lisp. I think she was whatever. I don't know. Okay, so that's done. What did I want to do? I'm going to do, we're going to go to prayer because it's been 2 hours and 17 minutes. I'm going to go to prayer. My apologies, y'all, for the questions. They were amazing. There's just a lot of them. This is going to take us a long time, like I said. So I don't want to rush through this process of these interviews because I've never heard them. I want to pull cards. I think they were amazing cards that came out tonight. And so tomorrow we're going to continue. I'm going to do the best I can. It's Easter weekend, so I will not be live on Saturday because I'm babysitting my grandsons. I'm going to have my dad over. And then I'm taking up my dad and my grandsons up for Easter. Sunday to my daughters, we're doing a brunch with maple syrup and an Easter egg hunt and stuff in the forest with the kids. So, but otherwise I'll be back. Like I'll be on as many days as I can, almost daily lives at 4 to 5 p.m. You have to check, do the notifications because some days it'll be 5, some days it'll be 4. But for now, before we do that, thanks, Chris, honey. I know we are all, I used to do, yeah, everybody. Well, I'm going to be on tomorrow, Chris. I'll be on tomorrow before Easter. But if you're not back, yeah, happy long weekend, everybody. Happy Easter, everybody. And Good Friday is tomorrow. But yeah, I'll be on. Yeah, and then we'll show, if I can find Justin's, we'll show that clip and then we'll answer some of your questions. And like I said, I do want to do cases of the day. So at this rate, with 102 interviews before December 20, it's before 2025, and then the ones in 2025, we got lots of months of content. But I'm hoping we never get through it all before there's justice. But I will be on tomorrow. And yeah, everybody in our community, including say thanks to the mods, has been amazing. And everybody here is amazing. And let's do some prayers for whoever needs some prayers. You can stick around. And I'm going to include, thank you, Reserve Glitchin. I'm going to include, thank you. Okay, thank you. That's amazing. Thank you. I'm going to include Brittany in this because I can't even tell you. Let me see if I can get it to share because that seems to be the only way I can get it to play music is when I pull it up on the screen. So let's just do prayers for Sebastian, for Brittany, and anybody else who needs it here for tonight and the long weekend. That for those that are alone or without family, know that you're loved here, and we pray for everybody, really and truly, who needs it. Okay, everybody. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Much love to all of you. I appreciate all of you, our mods, our amazing community. And we will see you tomorrow. It'll be 4 or 5 p.m. Eastern, okay? Check the channel. If it's not 4, it's 5 p.m. Eastern. Friday, I know it's a long weekend. And then I'll be back on Monday. Love and light.